How's it going, guys? Mr. Allen here. We're about to write the equation of a hyperbola in standard form given this terrible, terrible mess. But we've dealt with this in circles, parabolas, ellipses. We can do it here as well, and we're going to be using completing the square to do so. First things first, let's organize my x's, my y's, and let's get that constant to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to have x squared minus 2x, and I'm not going to leave a blank yet just because I do see that lead coefficient in front of my y squared. Minus 64y, and then I'm going to add 79 to both sides, so 79 pops over here. All right, now we'll go ahead and do the x squared minus 2x plus some number. We'll say that's going to be our pink number right there. And then I have minus 16. We're going to factor out that as a GCF, and that would be negative 64 divided by negative 16 is going to give me positive 4y. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and leave a nice green blank there, equals, and then I have 79 plus, and it's going to be the pink number and the green number, whatever I come up with here in just a moment. All right, so now I got to figure out what I want to add. All right, what I want to add for the pink number and the green number. I'm going to do some side math. I'm going to take that b value for the x, which is negative 2, divide it by 2. So that's going to be negative 1 squared is positive 1. I'm going to add 1 here. I'm going to add 1 there. And I like to do my side math because then it tells me, hey, what's going to be in my factor when I go to factoring, right? It's going to be that negative 1. Now I got to do the 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Squaring that gives me 4. So I'm going to add 4 here. But what am I really adding? That's negative 16. Negative 16 times 4, that's negative 64. So negative 64 would go right there. Be very careful with that. We got that negative now because we're dealing with a hyperbola, right? Okay, so now we can go ahead and start doing some factoring. Well, I've got the x minus 2x plus 1. When I factor that, it's going to be x minus 1 squared. How did I know that so quickly? Whoop, whoop. My work right over there, son. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Then I got negative 16, and then we have y plus 2, right? Boom, there it is right there. Squared equals, and then 79 plus 1 is 80 minus 64 gives me 16. I'm almost there, but it's got to be equal to 1 to be in standard form. So I'm going to have to divide everything by 16. Everything gets divided by 16. Both sides get divided by 16. And now I'm going to have x minus 1 quantity squared over 16 minus, and that's going to just be over 1 now. And I will write it over 1 so that it's in that nice looking standard form. And I can quickly identify my b value that way. If I were to graph this, all equals positive 1. We are in standard form. That's beautiful. That's fantastic and wonderful. Could I ask a test question here? Could I say, where is this hyperbola centered? Okay, and give you this terrible looking form here. You would then go through, complete the square, and I would know that the center of this hyperbola is 1 comma negative 2. Or I could even ask, what way does it open, right? Does it open up and down, or does it open left and right? You can actually tell that from the initial one. I wouldn't even have to complete the square. Since my x squared is positive, that means that it's opening left and right because it's going to start with the x once you get it into standard form, all right? So that one I could have gotten from the start, wouldn't have to go through all that mess, okay, to tell me which way this thing is opening. Other than that, I think we are Gucci, as we say in the math world, right? We say that. Okay, see ya.